How are you? If you don't know, my name is Chelsea. I'm an independent travel consultant from British Columbia, Canada, and this is my journey to moving abroad. Yes, when the world opens up again and COVID world is no longer, I will be moving overseas to the wonderful United Kingdom. Yes, yes, indeed. And I'm very, very excited about it. And I'm glad that you're here because we're going to have another chat today. And this week we're talking about the things that I love about Europe. Just a quick recap. If you haven't been here before, I think I just covered everything actually. I don't think I even need to go over that. Yes, hello, hi, my name is Chelsea. I'm moving to the UK. I'm 27 years old. I will be about 28 by the time I'm able to travel again. And I'm just making the best out of my life. This is what COVID has done to me. And I feel like I should be so grateful for that, right? Because so many people have had such a tough time, but I'm really lucky that I've been able to find something that gets me through it. So I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you're really excited about it too. I love doing this series for you. It's honestly my favorite thing right now. I'm having so much fun filming these for you and talking about it and sharing my experience. I don't really see myself doing anything else, to be honest. So get comfortable and we're just gonna get right into it today. So the things that I love about Europe, honestly, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I tend to go off on tangents. If you've been here before and you've seen the entire series, then you know every week is pretty much the same. I kind of just rant and ramble and get really excited and kind of just gush that out onto you, but I hope that you enjoy it. So yeah, let's just talk about this. The things that I love about Europe. Now, I haven't done a lot of Europe. I've been to England and Croatia, and I have talked about those before in other videos. A lot, actually. I've talked about it a lot. But there's so much that I love about Europe. So much that I love about it. I'm not like a super huge history nerd, but I really want to be. And I love European history. Like, I love that it goes back so far and that Europe is so old. I don't know if it's like because I'm super fascinated because Canada is such a baby to the rest of the world. But I love that, you know, you can go to Europe, and I did Tower of London last time I was in England in 2016, and that thing was built in like the 1200s, and it like blows my mind that the world is even that old. You know what I mean? Like, people were alive that long ago. That's like 1,000 years ago. And it just like, you know, like you just have like those shower thoughts and you're like, wait, like I am descended from such a long line of people and they started here. For me, most of my ancestors started in Glasgow, Scotland, which is where I'm planning to live. And like, it just kind of blows my mind that I feel so drawn towards it when so much of my family is from there. And it kind of really makes you wonder if that's like a correlation thing. Like, if I'm drawn to it because I have so much ancestry from there, or, you know, maybe I had like a past life there or something. It's weird, right? Am I the only one who thinks that? I don't know. Anyways, the history is a huge part of what I love about Europe. Not even just the UK, but all of Europe, the Roman history, the Greek history, all of it I love. I'm fascinated by World War II, all of that kind of stuff, even the really sad bits. All of it is very interesting to me, and I have a lot of plans to learn as much about it as I can. Last week we talked about all of the things that I wanted to learn about it while I was over there, the things that I wanted to experience, and I talked a lot about wanting to learn about the history and the culture of Europe, European cultures, European countries, just in general. So yeah, that's one thing that I really love about Europe. The architecture is next level. Even just in London, like the Parliament building, like, are you freaking kidding me? Like the abbeys, like Westminster Abbey, like it blows my mind that people built these. Like, they're not 3D printed, they're not graphic design. Like, people used their hands and built these. Like, there's so much blood, sweat, and tears that went into these buildings. The fucking castles. The castles. Like, people lived there. People built those and lived there. They lived there. They built them and they lived there. It just blows my mind. Again, probably because I'm a naive little Canadian and we don't have anything like that. I think the closest thing we have to a castle in Canada, or at least on the west coast of Canada, is something called Craigdrock Castle. It's in Victoria, and it was built, I think it was built in the 1800s for an English family who did live in a castle in England, and this was like their summer home or something like that. Anyways, that's like the closest thing we have to any kind of like British history, culture stuff. Victoria, downtown Victoria and Sydney, BC are very English influenced, and if you walk around like downtown Victoria, it reminds you a lot of Oxford Street in London. I really couldn't believe it. I moved there, I think maybe like a year or two after I had come back from England and Croatia, and it was unreal how much I felt like I was having deja vu because they looked so similar. Other than that, Nova Scotia is very Scottish influenced, but I haven't been to either Nova Scotia or Scotland, so I can't really comment on anything like that. I think Newfoundland is also very Irish influenced, so they have a lot of similar Irish traditions. Again, never been, don't know. I can't comment on anything like that, but from what I know about Canadian history and culture, very similar. The culture and diversity is another thing. Croatia is very, very foreign, and if you're not in Old Town or talking to a younger person, they don't speak English. And that was another thing that was really, really fascinating to me, because when you think Europe, you generally predominantly think that they would speak English. Now, that's a very like ignorant thing to think. And I'm not, people who are not necessarily well-traveled would maybe not know that. And that's another thing that like I really want to enrich my life with. I really want to ease that ignorance and learn more about those foreign cultures, the places that don't really speak English, like Eastern Europe, places like Poland, maybe Bosnia and Croatia again, maybe Slovenia, places like that. Like I want to go places that don't really speak a lot of English, and I think that it would be really cool if I could learn how to speak different languages. I definitely want to like set up a journal and learn how to speak a few different words in each country that I'm in. I feel like that would be pretty cool, just to learn how to say like hello and goodbye, or please and thank you. Just super simple things like that. That's also another thing when you travel as well. If you're not someone who travels a lot, very, very important to learn how to say hello, goodbye, please, and thank you in different languages. Unfortunately, I don't remember a lot about Croatia. I remember Hvala, which I think is thank you. And that's about it. That's all I remember. But next time I'm going to keep a journal. And that's something else that I'm really excited about too. Maybe I'll actually do like a journal series, journaling videos for when I switch over to a new country. I think that those would be really fun videos to do. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd like to see. Just like a bullet journal, smash journal kind of video. Because it's definitely something that I want to be keeping while I'm over there. So it would be really cool to film that for you as well. And the hostel culture is the last thing. I've talked about this a lot as well. I love the hostel culture. I love hostels in general because they're basically like mini, I don't want to, it's like a cross between like a hotel and a home, basically. There's like a kitchen and a bedroom, and yeah, you're sharing with like 12 other people, but you're learning about these people and you're meeting these people and you're making friends with them. And so many of the hostels in Europe have pubs and bars underneath the bedrooms. And my favorite hostel in Europe is Wombat's Hostel. that hostel is so cool. It's a little bit pricier for a hostel, but it's super worth it. They have a kitchen. They're always in like pristine locations. They have a pub underneath, like an underground pub, which is so freaking cool. Um, there's like lounge areas, there's like restaurants. They're always like right around the corner from places to eat and like grocery stores, supermarkets. So that's like my favorite hostel in Europe. But I mean, like I love the hostel culture in general, and I can't wait for those places to open up again. Um, there's just like such a sense of community, and when you really put yourself out there and get to know everyone, you kind of become like this tight knit little group, and it's almost like a family. It's like you're home away from home. I also really love that you can stay in a hostel as long as you want. They don't really have much of a cap, and they don't really have much of an age cap in Europe either. Like a lot of places don't really care. So that's really cool too because there's a lot of diversity between genders and age and places places that people come from. Like they're traveling from all over the world. I mentioned it in a previous video that I met someone from Brazil. So that was pretty cool last time I was there when I was staying in London. Um, so yeah, I just like I love that Europe tends to bring people together, and I hope that it's still like that after COVID. I can't imagine that it would be as busy that soon, but I hope that it does get back to that because it's such a great experience to have. And even though I didn't get to experience a lot of it, I'm so grateful that I had those little moments that I did have. Um, Even if they were, very brief, it was still really cool. And I kind of wish that I'd put myself out there more, but going forward, I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm more outgoing. I have a lot of extroverted energy. I'm feeling very electric, and I'm ready to meet some new people and mingle and party and just live my best life. So those are the things that I love about Europe. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what, like, if I'm gonna do like some updated videos after. Is that also something you would like to see? If you would like me, after I have these experiences, to come back and do a before and after kind of video. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like to see as well, because I would definitely be willing to do that for you, because I feel like I'm going to grow so much as a person, and I'm really interested in seeing um, how far I get from where I am now to where I will be after this experience, after I have this experience. So let me know if that's something you'd like to see, because I'm curious to see it. So if that's something you'd enjoy watching, I'll definitely do that for you. So yeah, that was this week's Tuesday travel series. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm really excited to share the rest of my journeys with you, and I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll get comfortable and enjoy the flight, and I'll see you next time. Bye.